Hello, Chickchang back with another summary, this time Halo Reach. I figured I should probably catch the games up with the books, so this will be the first of those. Let's begin. I'll start with some introductions of characters, even though most will probably know who they are. June was a trainee of the Alpha Company phase of Spartan 3 program. His skill with a sniper rifle caused him to outshine other Spartans and made him a candidate for a headhunter team. His skill didn't stop there though. Eventually, after many successful missions, he was promoted and transferred to Noble Team. Emil was also a trainee of the Alpha Company phase of the Spartan 3 program. Once again, his skill in close quarter combat and being unbreakable caused him to not be sent on Operation Prometheus. It's not said if he was a headhunter, but he was definitely used on high-risk missions. After surviving and succeeding as long as he did, he's transferred to Noble Team. Kat was a trainee of the Beta Company phase of Spartan 3s. She was part of Operation Cartwheel with the rest of the Spartan 3s, but was pulled before Operation Torpedo, which killed all but Tom and Lucy. She is the only other member besides Carter that is from the original Noble Team. Also lost her arm during the mission that got Tom A293 killed, the person Noble 6 replaced, known for her brilliance and hacking skills. George is the only Spartan 2 in the group, and furthermore, the oldest member in Noble Team. How he was reassigned to Noble Team isn't exactly known, but it was possibly made possible due to him being too wounded, quote-unquote, to continue active duty, similar to what happened to Kurt. He was a heavy weapon specialist that towards the end of his career took many risks because he thought that he had outlived the lifespan of a Spartan warrior. Carter was the oldest trainee of Alpha Company after surviving the glassing of his planet, Biko. I only mention this because Biko was glassed during Operation Silent Storm. His exceptional skill kept him from being sent on the suicide missions the rest of the Spartan 3s went on. Instead, was meant to lead a group of other Spartans from his class that met the criteria similar to his on other missions, eventually serving in the army to gain their support in the program itself. He reached the rank of commander during his time. Once Noble Team was created, he was assigned to lead it. Noble 6 was another Beta Company trainee that was too impressive to be sent on Operation Torpedo. Much of his life was redacted, so there isn't much information on him, but he did specialize against the insurrection as a lone wolf taking down many terrorist organizations. The most special part about this Spartan was his hyper-lethal status. Only one other Spartan had that rating. There was hesitance in transferring 6 to Noble Team because of his lone wolf Grim Reaper status, but was eventually done anyways.
Contact with Visegrad Relay was lost last night. All signals flatlined at 2600 hours. I responded with trooper fire teams, which have since been declared MIA.
And now you're sending us.
The Office of Naval Intelligence believes deployment of a Spartan team is a gross misallocation of valuable resources. I disagree.
Commander.
So that's our new number 6.
Cat, you read his file?
Only the parts that weren't covered in black ink.
Anyone claim responsibility, sir?
Only thinks it might be the local insurrection. 5 months ago, they pulled a similar job on Harmony. Hit a relay to take out our eyes and ears, then stole 2 freighters from dry dock. That cannot happen here. Reach is too damn important. I want that relay back online, Noble One.
Sir, consider it done.
Then I'll see you on the other side. Holland out.
Lieutenant.
Commander, sir.
I'm Carter, Noble Team's leader. That's Kat, Noble 2, Emil and George 4 and 5. You're riding with me, Noble 6. Not gonna lie to you, Lieutenant. You're stepping into some shoes the rest of the squad would rather leave unfilled. Me, I'm just happy to have Noble back up to full strength. Just one thing, I've seen your file, even the parts the Oni censors didn't want me to. I'm glad to have your skill set. But we're a team. That lone wolf stuff stays behind. Clear?
Got it, sir. Welcome to Reach.
They search building by building, noticing a lot of damage everywhere they go, but no contacts with any hostiles. They come across the beacon and find no explosive residue, but plenty of plasma, which George sort of writes off because the Covenant can't be on Reach. Once they arrive at the next set of buildings, June lets them know that there are heat signatures in the section. Civilians that happen to live in the area. They are unable to confirm who attacked, but that it happened last night and ended around the morning. Noble Team moves on to the next buildings, finding dead soldiers that seem to have been most likely interrogated. On the other side, the worst fears are confirmed. The Covenant were on Reach. Battle ensues, Spartans spreading out, killing jackals and grunts quickly, but because of the lack of communication due to the comm relay being dark, they cannot report it quite yet. While heading up the hill, they fight off more easy troops until coming across a few elites. After that, Carter, George, and 6 grab in a civilian truck and head towards the relay while everyone else takes air transport over to meet there as well. Along the way, they do spend time saving some troops that are battling against aliens before being picked up by a Falcon to take them to meet the rest of Noble Team. Once there, they see the other half of the team is held up in the outpost under attack from Covenant outside. So they disembark from the Falcon and attack, clearing away and then holding up inside as well until Kat is able to get the door shut. They head through the building and find some bodies.
Where's the rest of your unit?
We got split. I don't think they... It sounded bad on the comms.
All right, Corporal. Stay put. We'll get you a combat surgeon.
Damn. Plasma damage.
Found something.
I'll take that, Six. Not your domain.
I got a live one over here. Come on. Out you come. It's all right. We're not gonna hurt you.
George.
I got her. Keep still, and I'll release you.
What's the status? Over! We've been engaged! Bad guy coming out!
That Tango moved past. Permission to pursue.
-4, stay on the entrance. 2, handle her. 5 and 6, clear the hole.
Six and George chase after the two elite zealots that took off with the human soldier, killing plenty of Covenant troops again, including the elites, until finally resetting the junction for Kat.
How long?
Question of my life. If the question is, when will the station be back online? 2 weeks, earliest. This is plasma damage. All major uplink components are fried.
2 minutes is too long.
Which is why I'm splicing into the main overland bundle to get you a direct line to Colonel Holland. You're in my light, Commander.
Find out what she knows.
What's your name? Do you live around here? Arnevim George.
Shada.
Shada. Se Potroznev. Your accent sounds familiar. Shopron?
Tangari.
Friend of yours?
Father.
Sha'ainalom. I'm sorry.
Why would you be?
Big man forgets what he is sometimes.
She just lost her father. She needs a full psychiatric workup.
She's not the only one.
Lock it down, both of you. Get her on her feet. The body stays here.
Thank you, sir.
Signal. It's patchy, but it's there.
I'll take it.
Let's not touch anything. We wouldn't want to ground this place.
Barely getting you. What's your situation? Over?
Colonel, this is Noble 1. There are no rebels. The Covenant are on Reach. Acknowledge?
Come again, Noble One. Did you say Covenant?
Affirmative. It's the winter contingency.
May God help us all.
Be advised, Kilo 3-3 and Kilo 3-4, your current LZ is too hot. Roger that. Dot, stand by to receive and respond.
Yes, Commander. Coordinates received. Initiate immediate course correction. The Office of Naval Intelligence Sword Base is presently under siege from a Corvette-class Covenant vessel. Due to the sensitive nature of this facility, use of orbital rounds has been, for the moment, prohibited. Regrettably, my efforts to obtain relevant data on enemy forces have been unsuccessful. However, current defensive forces are insufficient. ONI has requested Team Noble's direct intervention to help secure Sword Base.
All right, people. We're stuck with that ship for the time being. Let's focus on the hostile infantry. Give those troopers a hand. Cat 6, you're out here. George, Emil, you're next. Get prepped.
Let's move, Lieutenant.
2 days later, at the Oni Sword base where the Spartans are going, they are needed in order to help secure the base from the Covenant attack. Cat and Six clear out the main area that they enter, and after all Covenant troops are dead, they head to the main gate, get some heavy ordnance, and head out to save the outposts. Right out the gate, there are 2 wraiths that are destroyed pretty easily with the handy artillery.
Soldier down.
The old Farragut station has its own comms array. That should bring us back online with command. Airview base has an anti-air battery that will help clear the skies.
The first outpost being the comms relay. After clearing the enemies there, Six restarts the generator and gets the relay going again. And then it's on to the anti-air battery post, where plenty more Covenant troops are waiting for the Spartans. After they are dealt with, the anti-air gun is reactivated and immediately starts blasting anything that dares to get close enough in the air. After all the other Covenant reinforcements are taken down, the Pelican comes down, dropping off a Gauss Warthog, which was a pretty big help on the ride back, making quick work of anything that got in their way. Once back through the main gate, there are more Covenant that arrived after Six and Cat had left earlier. This time there are hunters. Six and Cat are able to distract and kill each of them with Marine help. Then they take an elevator up, eventually regrouping with the rest of Noble Team. Carter orders Six to get to the top of the building to help Emil deal with the Banshees overhead. It's spanker galore, destroying one after another until the skies are clear and the longswords are able to regain control of the skies.
Orbital defense is standing by to take the shot.
Beautiful, ain't it? Someone should take a picture. Nice work, by the way.
I aim to please.
5, 6, get down to the science wing. Dr. Halsey wants a debrief and command saying we're all hers.
Repeat? Sounded like you said Halsey.
I did.
Copy that, on our way. Don't need command to tell me. Been all hers half my life.
I requested your assistance, Commander, and do not need a report on events that occur on my own doorstep. What I do require is a detailed account of your previous engagement. George, it's been too long.
Mom,
What have you done with my armor?
just some additions I've made.
Indeed. Visegrad Relay. Its data center was home to one of my xenoarchaeologists, Professor Laszlo Sorvad. Perhaps you could shed some light on his death.
If he was a civilian male in his mid-60s, he died with a Covenant energy sword through his abdomen.
Elites, then.
They engaged us as well. It was just after we found your scientist's daughter, Mom. She was hiding in the...
Irrelevant. The elites. Tell me more about them.
3, Zealot class. One got by us. The leader, from the looks of him.
Zealots. You're certain?
Their armor configuration matched.
Shield strength, too.
I gave the order not to pursue. Our primary objective was to get the station's relay back online.
Your primary objective? Commander, are you a puppet or a Spartan?
Ma'am?
There are those at Oni, myself included, who believe the Covenant dispatch elite advance teams to hunt down artifacts of value to their religion. Survivor accounts suggests such teams are small, nimble, and almost always Zealot class. No doubt they came to the station for the abundance of Oni excavation data stored there. And you let them get away.
Data retrieval was not a command directive. Even had we known, we had other more urgent matters to attend to.
Like warning the planet.
Professor Sorvad's final entry in his field notes made reference to a latchkey discovery. Latchkey. Not a word he would use lightly. So let's hope that the data module your Lieutenant Commander stole contains it.
Cat?
Before you ask, I was alerted the moment you attempted to access its contents, as I am with any unauthorized tap. That data is classified Tier 1. I could send you to the brig for interfering with my work.
Maybe you'd like to join her.
I'm sorry?
We're currently under Emergency Planetary Directive, Winter Contingency. I'm sure you're familiar with the punishment for civilian interference with the Spartan deployment.
Are you threatening me, Commander?
Just making a reading suggestion, ma'am. Let's move, Noble Team.
Mom?
That will be all, George.
A little over 2 weeks later, Noble 6 and June are on a nighttime scouting mission into the Covenant's Dark Zone to see what's going on.
It's starting to get crowded up here, Cat.
Then we're closing in. Report to any Covenant structures or devices. Direct action may be necessary.
Copy that. When Cat runs an op, direct action is always necessary.
They make their way, silently killing grunts and jackals, and sneak their way, reaching a group of militant civvies.
What are you doing here? Whole area is supposed to be evacuated.
Didn't like leaving it to someone else to protect our home, so we came back. For this. We have them hidden all over the territory.
You know, this stuff is stolen.
What, you gonna arrest me?
No, I'm gonna steal it back.
6 and June fight alongside them to help fend off the Covenant attack, and then the civvies guide the Spartans to a hydro plant only to discover a stealth pylon.
Cat, are you seeing this? Covenant structure. Kind of a big pylon.
They plant explosive charges and go further into the zone. After some short skirmishes along the way, they find a large Covenant invasion force.
Jackpot. Transmitting visual. You've seen this, Cat?
Confirmed. Receiving Nova 3 and Nova 6 live visual of a Covenant strike force.
It's no strike force. It's an invading army. If we're gonna smother this thing, we need to go in hard and fast.
Agreed. All recon teams disengage and fall back. Sun will be up in a few hours, and it's going to be a very busy day.
It appears that Noble Team's discovery last night was not an anomaly. Large Covenant deployments have occurred undetected, and we are now under attack across the Vieri territory, including orbital defenses. As per the winter contingency, we are countering on every front. Noble's reconnaissance has also identified sophisticated Covenant army hiding canopies, and has pinpointed what's believed to be a landing zone for additional Covenant forces, the origin of which is yet to be determined.
That landing zone has been tagged by UNSC Command as a Priority 1 target. Discharge link is loud and clear.
Copy that. Acquiring signal lock on the pylon. Detonating in 3, 2.
Incoming!
Might want to hold on to something. Six! Can you hear me? Six, you alright? I could use some help.
On my way.
After crashing on the other side of the bridge, Kat and 6 move forward clearing an LZ for a Warthog drop, this one having some fun rockets. The Spartans use it to clear the Covenant anti-air gun of defenders before detonating from the inside. Then they move on to the mining facility to help Marines already there fighting. They come across the elite zealot that got away from them on the first mission, and 6 quickly puts him down. Once through the building, they steal a Revenant and proceed to demolish all Covenant as they head towards another anti-air gun. A couple of Wraiths were there around the gun trying to hold a defensive position, however unable to hit the more mobile Revenant. They are both taken out fairly quick. The bigger problem was trying to get past a couple of Hunters. No way of ramming them or trying to get behind them. The Spartans just blasted them to Kingdom Come, then caused the anti-air gun to self-destruct like the first one, and head to the LZ for 6 to be picked up and head to the main spire to check it out. 6 uses the turret on the Falcon to kill Covenant troops along the way until reaching some sort of defensive bubble around the spire.
We just lost all power. We're going down.
Lock your armor, Spartan!
Brace for a hard landing.
The crash could have been worse. 6 and George fight Covenant troops up the hill until George tells 6 to just make his way to the spire while George will defend the area. 6 makes a mad dash for the elevator to be taken up to the top in order to stop the troops from being teleported in from the ships in orbit. 6 kills the grunts, kills the elite with the sword, and then drops the shield.
Get us out of here. Control, this is Noble 1. Spire 1 is green and you're free to engage. Have a nice day.
Copy that, Noble 1. Be advised, all ground units. Frigate 318 Heavy is inbound, and MAC rounds have been authorized.
Mac rounds? In atmosphere?
One way to get their attention. Hang on to your teeth, people.
New contact. High college.
No, somebody tell me this ain't happening.
UNSC Frigate Grafton, do you copy?
Grafton is dust. We need to get out of here now.
And that is where we will leave off with Halo Reach Part 1. If you enjoyed the summary, give it a like. Want to see more videos like this? Subscribe. Part 2 will be next, and that is where we will leave it. See you in the next one. Chickchang out.